This real life gunfight is a perfect example of how situational awareness can give you a leg up if you're ever targeted for violent crime. Hey, in today's real life gunfight that we caught on video here, and we're going to see a perfect example of great situational awareness that allowed the defender to take quick action and save his life and possibly other people's lives. If you don't know me yet, my name is Caleb Lee. I am the #1 best-selling author of Concealed Carry 101, and I'm also the founder of Patriot Training Center, where we teach live 2 and 4 day gun training courses with pistols, rifles, and shotguns to people just like you that want to learn how to defend themselves and their loved ones. So let's get into today's clip. All right, so let's talk about this. There was obviously no real audio here, but kind of had that overplaying music there, and this is a vertical clip here. So y- what this my Spanish isn't great. I assume this is overseas because these motorbike kind of robberies are very common over there. You see a lot of videos of these types of incidents. The one guy will get on the front. He's kind of like the getaway driver on the motorbike, and then the guy on the back has the gun. And often they'll go up to the sides of carjacking people. They'll come up and they'll bang in the window and stick the gun in their face, and they can come up right on people really quickly and attack people without them really having a chance to react. But in this instance, we see a really great example of this guy paying attention to his surroundings. When we talk about situational awareness, we talk about, who's around me and what are they doing, and then establishing a baseline of what that looks like. And then is there anything odd going on? So keeping that always in the forefront. People talk about like mindset and situational awareness. And like, I think sometimes we think it's like a special skill that only certain people have, but we can all do this. We can all just pay more attention. Don't have your head in your phone all the time. Have your head up, looking around, who's around me and what are they doing? And then notice when something seems off, or this is kind of like pattern recognition. This guy, I don't know if he's in security or something like that, but he's obviously very aware that this is how people rob people in his actual area of operations, for lack of a better term, right? People drive around on the back of these motorbikes and they rob people. So we see that one time he sees the motorbike go by, and this guy's probably talking to him about something else, and he's keeping his eyes and his head up, and he's talking to him. But then when he sees the motorbike come by again, pays special attention to it. He's like, okay, this is going to be a problem. So before anything happens, he grabs the gun, and he it looks like he racks one in the chamber, and then he places it behind his hip. So also very smart. He's not pointing the gun out. He's not like brandishing it at somebody. But the fastest draw is like if your hand is already on the gun, right? So he's not going to be behind the 8 ball if something does happen here. And obviously, his Spidey alert is fully tingling right here. And you can see him kind of waiting, backing up, hiding that gun a little more, and then sure enough, these guys do exactly what he thinks, and he just runs up on him and he stops that before that guy even gets the gun out. That guy even attacks him. And then he did have a gun. He moved it out of the way there. And then that's the end of the clip. So excellent, excellent example of situational awareness, being aware of what is going on in your environment, what could be a possible threat. And this guy took fast, decisive action. He obviously had, this is another thing, is like having like trigger points, like pre-made decisions in your head of when this action happens, like I'm going to take this action. This guy had pre-made the decision that, okay, this guy on the back of the motorbike looks like he's up to no good. If this guy comes back and they stop, and it looks like he's going to jump off and rob me, he's like, I'm going to be ready for him, right? So he pre-made that decision. He saw the guy come back for the second time, knew it was just not a random thing. He pulled the gun out and he was already ready with the gun behind his back. The good news is he wasn't like swinging it around, brandishing it, and he didn't start shooting at this person before there was a threat or anything like that. So who knows with the self-defense laws in other countries and stuff like that. But he waited for the appropriate time to take action. But just excellent situational awareness, paying attention to his surroundings. So let me know what you think of that clip, if you learned anything from it. And that's just something that we could all do. I think is the takeaway here is always be paying attention to what's going on around you, who are the people around me, and what are they doing. That was the simplest explanation of situational awareness, kind of this term that gets thrown around in the tactical community, but very simple explanation given to me. I believe Tom Givens was the very first place that I heard that over at Rangemaster, and it's very simple, right? We can all be looking around and seeing what's happening around us and what are those people doing, and then in addition to that, having a baseline of like this is normal behavior, like, and then there's certain things that if you have that gut feeling, trust that gut feeling, and if it gets to that point where you're feeling threatened, like then you can take serious action and have those trigger points already pre-made decisions in your head about, if this happens, then I will do XYZ. And that'll go a long way towards eliminating that like action versus reaction gap that we have, that in a violent situation, like we're behind the eight ball already and we have to respond to it. So anyways, I thought that was an excellent example. Love to know your thoughts there. If you feel like training with us, come out to patriottrainingcenter.com, check out the courses that we have. If you want to test your gun skills, the 3-second minimum drill standard down in the description below is an excellent drill to kind of benchmark where you're at and see what you need to work on, whether that's speed, accuracy, or your draw from concealment. All that down in the description below. Or if you'd like to talk about your training, you just book a call with me and we'll talk about whether our training is right for you. So I will see you in the next video.